My name is Kimi Pohlman. I'm an outfielder, specifically left field for the Bandits. I played for 4 years at the University of Washington from Seattle, born and raised. What else?
It's Science Advance.
I was drafted in 2012, right, which was my senior year of college, and then I took a year off. I did a little bit of coaching and realized that I missed the game too much, so I signed my contract in about February to come back and play this summer.
Excellent.
Well, taking the year off and not seeing live pitching for 7 months was definitely challenging, but I'd say the biggest challenge is probably it's been facing great players at every position in every lineup spot every single game. Is probably the biggest challenge. It's the funnest position that you can play. It is. It's just fun. Like it's fast. You know, balls are hit very hard, all over the place, and so never really knowing where it's going to end up, and then just trying to go run it down.
Nice.
It's like,
where you just react to whatever happens.
yeah, I sing a lot when I'm out there. No. Just staying connected every pitch, every time you can, whether it's connecting up with your middles or, celebrating a great pitch, being there vocally for your team really is the biggest thing to keep you engaged. I found that I'm usually hoarse every weekend. I sound kind of like a 15-year-old boy. But yeah, just like being there vocally, and then when the ball is hit around you, doing whatever you can to go grab it and get it back in.
Nice. How does that make you feel?
It's pretty cool. It's really cool. I don't think I really processed, what that whole thing was going to be. It was like I literally walked in and never meeting any of these girls before, and Tammy's like, "Take your shirt off," and I was like, "Oh, hi, I'm Kimi. It's nice to meet you." All jokings. But yeah, it was like we had a photo shoot, and then when we come back for season, there's a billboard of you, and you're 20 feet tall, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I should have tanned more, maybe worked out a little bit more." But yeah, it's pretty cool. Like friends and family that have come to town, they're like, "We want to see it," and you kind of forget because you drive past it every day. But
be in a position like that?
No, not really. I was the little girl that came to games and asked for autographs and stuff, and so, seeing all the girls in the autograph line or whatever that are now at our games, it's so cool. It's cool to go from that to being somebody that, I think that my autograph is worthless, but to them it's, priceless, which I think is so cool and humbling and flattering, and whatever you can do, to give back to the sport, to give back to the future of it really is. We're happy to do it. It's this. My dad always does this, and it's I'll call him after 3 strikeouts in a game, and he's just like, "Guess what I'm doing with my hand right now?" And it's just staying level. There's stuff's gonna go good, stuff's gonna go bad, but if you can maintain that level head through it, is in sport and in life. Like there's so many things you can't control, and you can't control that maybe you laced on a pitch and the shortstop caught it, and then your next at bat you hit it off the end and you get a double, because it's a little little pop-up flare, So just never really knowing, what it is, but that God has a plan through it, and just whatever ends up happening was clearly for a purpose.
Right.
Anything? Play as many sports as you can for as long as you can. It's my biggest piece of advice. It's hard when you have to, like, if you go play college and you were a multiple sport athlete your whole life, it's hard to say goodbye, but I think it's great from a physical aspect, from a mental stability aspect of working out different muscles throughout the year. I think kids will stay injury-free if they play multiple sports, and it's just overall balance, and life's all about balance, and it's great now that we get to do it all year long, but if I could play soccer all the time, I would do that too, or basketball. But yeah, play as many sports as long as you can. Don't ever let anybody say that you're 10 years old and you need to only be a shortstop, because I think that's false. It's big, in a game that's very individual on a team, it's easy to get, you know, caught up in the me instead of the we, and that's something that I mean I've struggled with, you know, to this day. Every day, you know, you struggle with, you have a bad at bat and you want to go, you know, pout or whatever, but just trying to remain positive, you know, I think that's huge, and it's something that I have to work on every single day. But knowing that, you know, you're a part of a team for a reason, and that maybe if you didn't get it done that time, that your teammate will pick you up, or, you know, you can always be there vocally. I think that if the second you become internal and worrying more about me, then it takes away from the us, and just being external, being loud, being a good teammate, I think is so important.